everyone. Welcome to This Day. It is Wednesday and it's August 24th. Now we have a couple of meetings to tell you about today. We've got one that is at 9:30 this morning, and that is the United Maintenance and Construction Committee meeting that will be in the boardroom as well as virtual. And then this afternoon at 3 o'clock is a third mutual town hall. Now you can participate by going to Clubhouse 2 in the Sequoia room. On our show today, we have Marcia Gatlin, who of course is with our Recreation Department, but she brought a special guest today. There is going to be a Linda Ronstadt revival happening next month, and we have Shannon Ray, who is the entertainer. So we're going to talk to her all about what she's been up to and what she looks forward to here in the village. And then we have Jerry Slusowicz, who's here on behalf of Pacific Financial Planners. All right, let's take a look at our weather. Well, we're still seeing fog, surprisingly so, here already in the end of August. Let's take a look at our numbers. It is helping us to stay a little cooler. 85-71, 85-70, 84-67. Then we go a little cooler over the weekend, 79-65 and 81-68. Our sunrise this morning was at 6:19, and our sunset will be at 7:26. And Cole, thank you for taking this awesome shot of the moon in honor of the Moon Festival that's coming up here next month. We appreciate you sending that in. If you have a photo that you would like to share with us, we're looking for destinations of a vacation spot you may have visited. Please email those to lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. All right, when we come back, we will have recreation, so stay tuned.
We promise to meet you with an open heart and curious mind. To never have the answers before we've heard your story. Because you are not everyone else, and healthcare is not one size fits all. Highest performing hospital, top ranked physicians, 50 convenient locations, right here in Orange County. You, empowered by Hoag.
Number one reported accident for a senior is a fall.
Hi there, I'm Bob Eubanks. If you've taken a bad fall or your balance isn't what it used to be, it's time to try 60 Up. It's safe, it's effective balance training that can get you back on your feet in as little as 3 weeks, like it did me.
If you have balance, strength, or mobility issues, you need 60 Up.
Within a couple weeks, my balance has improved.
If you're feeling scared, you need 60 Up.
It works.
Go to 60up.com. That's the number 60up.com.
It changed my life, and it can change yours too.
4M Dental Implant Center wants to give you something to smile about. Get our next generation one-day implants with the best deal we've ever offered. Take $2,500 off, plus an exam, CT scan, and x-rays for free. That's a $4,000 value. Our next generation implants are stronger and more natural looking than anything else available. See the difference with a free virtual consultation. Call 800-4M Dental now to leave your embarrassing teeth in the past with our special offer.
Welcome to Balbina's Mexican Restaurant. Stop by and experience the most authentic Mexican food in the region. We are serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We have a very extensive Mexican wine list from Valle de Guadalupe and the center of Mexico. Visit us for breakfast and lunch from 8 in the morning to 2 p.m. and for dinner from 5 to 9 p.m. Stop by on Wednesdays and enjoy with half off on all of our wines.
I'm Dr. Bobby Awadala, double board certified dermatologist and Mohs surgeon, and I'd like to introduce you to Skin Credible Dermatology and Surgery. We perform general dermatology, including skin checks, suspicious spots or moles, and other skin problems. Plus, we have the highest cure rate for skin cancer removal. Our state-of-the-art facility is top of the line with industry-leading lasers and cutting-edge cosmetic products. Our goal is to turn back the years with a natural, beautiful look. Visit our website or give us a call to book your appointment today.
Welcome back. As I mentioned, we have Marcia Gatlin here with Recreation, and she brought a guest, Shannon Ray. Well, welcome both of you. It's nice to see you again. I know you're a busy girl. I'm happy to hear that You've got some more folks in recreation that you're training. So
Yeah.
yay,
we're
that means more
excited.
clubhouses open. And
Yes.
Shannon, welcome. Thank you. You look just like
Thank
Linda
you.
Ronstadt.
Thank you.
Back in the day, right?
Yeah,
When
back in the day.
So thank you for joining us, and
You're
we'll get
welcome.
right to everything about you in just a minute.
Sounds good.
So yay, so more clubhouses are opening, which means more activities.
Yes.
And that just means you're just busier.
Yes.
In a different way. So you know what, let's go over a couple of the things that are happening. We've got a Saturday night dance coming up.
Yeah, coming up August 27th, we're going to have the band Disco Diva there, so it's going to be a really fun dance party. The bar will also be there from 6 to 8:30, and tickets are available for $10 at the door.
Nice, okay, that's awesome. Now, so is this the first time you've gotten a disco dance?
Oh, you know, that's a great question. The variety of music that we do is vast, right? 60s, 70s, but I know that there is like a 70s following for sure. So I cannot imagine that this is the very first disco dance that we've done.
I have a feeling you're going to get lots of disco people because there is a club here that does all of that.
Yes.
All right, then there's another band coming up, Space Oddity.
That's right. This is a David Bowie tribute, and this is one of our beloved outdoor concerts.
Okay.
So it's going to take place at Clubhouse 2 out on the beautiful lawn there. Labor Day weekend coming right up September 3rd. Free event from 4 to 6. So come out, bring your seats, your picnic blankets, your family, your friends. There will be food available for purchase at the 19 while it lasts, and there's parking options available both at Clubhouse 2 and 7.
Okay.
And then, of course, we want to thank our sponsors for this event, Aetna, Anthem, and then Laguna Realty.
So now when you have sponsors in these events, is this what allows you to have it for free?
Yes.
Okay, good, because I was going to say if they sponsored something in particular.
That's
Okay,
right.
good. And then Grandparents' Day.
Yes, the return of Grandparents Fun Day, both fun for the grandparents and for the kids. And this one is going to be huge, so much fun for the kids. So we've got Saturday, September 10th, so also coming up. From 1 to 4 in the afternoon. It will be free for the really small kids under 2, and then for those else, it's going to be $5.
Okay.
And it's going to include so many fun things that we have for them.
Yeah, it
so
looks
we're
like a
going to
fun day.
have an 85-foot indoor obstacle course, and then additional bounce houses, and then all sorts of arts and crafts and games for them to do and run around and have so much fun.
All right, that's 1 to 4 on September 10th. All right,
Yes,
excellent.
that's right.
And then, of course, we get to your event, which is called the Linda Ronstadt Revival.
Yes.
So before we get all of the details from Marcia about it, tell me about yourself.
Oh, well, I'm Shannon Ray. I've been a singer for most of my life, and I grew up with my mom's albums, you know, like South Pacific Soundtrack and Tom Jones and the Beatles and Elvis. And when I was able to buy an album with my own money, Linda Ronstadt's Greatest Hits was my first album that I ever bought. And so she taught me how to sing, and here I am today.
Oh, wow. Well, I was wondering how people get into being a tribute type band.
Yeah, you really have to love the music because, you know, you have to have a passion for it.
Right.
Because you're singing it all the time. And I never tire of Linda's music.
Wow.
It's fantastic. So.
Now, are you just in that particular band, or are you in other bands as well?
I was an original artist as well.
Okay.
Just Shannon Ray and 100 Proof. But, you know, the original line of music is really a tough game, and I have to say, this being in Ronstadt Revival has been so rewarding for me because people come up to me with stories of their youth, and like one woman closed her eyes and said, I closed my eyes and I had a 24-inch waist again. And, you know, and people just, you know, they love the music and they're passionate about it, and she's such a big part of history.
Exactly.
Because, you know, even the Eagles were born out of her band. You know, Don Henley and Glenn Frey met as musicians in her band.
Wow.
So there's a lot of history there.
There certainly is.
Yeah.
And it's nice to know that you can bring back all of those great memories of her music for most of our residents.
So many great songs, and we're 7-piece.
Oh, great.
Yeah, we have fiddle and pedal steel. She can't really do her music without that. So we are 100% live music.
And how long have you been performing her songs?
Well, the band will be 3 years old in September, so we'll get to celebrate our 3rd anniversary here at Laguna Woods.
Great. Do you do this all over the world, all over
Well, we're
the
working.
United
We're working
States?
on it. We're only 3 years old, and the first year wasn't so good because we started in 2019.
Right. Yes, of course.
So, but we stuck it out, and we perform in Arizona, Northern California.
Great.
We've got we're working on some 10-day tours to go national. So I'm excited.
I love it. Well, welcome. That's
I hope everybody
awesome.
comes out.
I think they will. Tell us about the details.
Yeah, so we're so excited to have you guys perform here. It's going to be a great show. So everyone come and join us September 17th, 7 o'clock show. And tickets are $20, $25, and $30 available both online and in the box office.
And that, of course, depends on where you sit, right,
Yes.
for the ticket prices?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So the lower price tier is going to be up higher,
Mm-hmm.
and then the more expensive seats are going to be down lower.
Right. Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Come be close. No.
Come in, get close so you can see
Get closer.
see Shannon, and you can say, hey, I saw you on TV6. All right, perfect. Well, and thank you. Very nice to meet you. I'm glad you could make it in.
Thank you so much.
And then after that, you've got a buffet.
Yes, we've got an Italian buffet, super popular around here at Clubhouse 5. So that's going to take place on Thursday, September 29th, 5 p.m. $24 per person for all you can eat Italian food. So of course that's going to have our caterer, Tomas Martinez, who makes such delicious food, and you can get all of your chicken parmesan, your meatballs, your lasagna, of course garlic bread, Caesar salad, tiramisu. I'm just so hungry talking about it.
I know, just looking at the picture.
I'm going to have to move here.
I know.
It sounds like a lot of fun here.
There is a lot of things to do here. That is true. All right, excellent. And then Zeppelin.
Yes, Who's Zeppelin. It's a Who and Led Zeppelin combo band. So they come out as the Who, and then they have a changeover, and then they come over as Led Zeppelin. So that's going to be October 1st. So we've got tickets available, $20, $25, and $30. We're going to treat it as an early Halloween show. Invite folks to dress up, rock and roll, or dress up in your favorite Halloween costume. Come out, enjoy the music, have a great time.
You know what I love about all of the bands that you bring in? I mean, these are the kinds of bands that you would see at parks where they, have concert in the parks, or they're doing other places. Maybe go to Pachanga or some of those other gambling places.
Absolutely.
So I mean, they're bringing in some great people. So
Thank
you
you.
never have to go anywhere. It's just right here.
And I can tell you from experience that Who's Zeppelin and David Brighton, they are fantastic bands. You guys have top-notch entertainment here.
Yes, we do. Thank you, Marcia.
Thank you.
And the Recreation Department. Well, thank you both. Oh, and movies at the end. I'm sorry. Let's quickly go over the movies that you have coming up here.
Yes. So September, we've got the new West Side Story.
Okay.
Came out recently. I want to say it's only a couple years old, so that should be a great one to see on the big screen if you're a fan of the musicals. I mean, the songs are just so classic. So come out and enjoy that. So that's going to be the third Monday in September.
Okay.
And then we've got October's coming up. It's going to be the Nightmare Alley. So that one
scary.
sounds like it's scary. That one's on
I'm
the
scared.
third Monday, October 17th.
Okay, and then in November you have another one, but we can talk about that
Yes.
next month. So, all right, well, perfect. Well, thank you both again. It was very nice
so
to meet
welcome.
you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
And thank you, Marcia, as always. Great
Appreciate
stuff.
it, of
All
course.
right. If you want more information about all of the things that we have discussed, or to get more information on tickets for the Linda Ronstadt Revival, you can go to recreation@vmsinc.org. We'll be right back.
Looking for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From a delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials, at 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there is something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio, or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
Welcome to OCI Care with Dr. Vyas, Laguna Woods' most trusted premium laser eye surgery and comprehensive ophthalmology center. Located in the heart of the Laguna Woods community, OCI Care specializes in laser cataract surgery, glasses-free cataract surgery, microscopic glaucoma surgery, diabetic eye checks, routine exams, and all your other eye care needs. Dr. Vyas and the OCI Care staff believe in one-on-one care and the patient-physician relationship. Come in for your appointment today for a lifetime of better vision.
South County Lexus, we really are different. We're California's exclusive Lexus Plus dealer. Lexus Plus is a new way of doing business. At a Lexus Plus dealer, you can expect an upfront, negotiation-free, hassle-free price right on the vehicle. The same price you'll find on our website, all the way through the transaction. South County Lexus, we feel this is the way of the future, and this is the way the customer prefers to do business. South County Lexus, your exclusive Lexus Plus dealer. Different, just like you.
Are you or someone you know facing financial challenges from unexpected emergency expenses? The foundation of Laguna Woods Village can provide the temporary help you need. Meals on Wheels, adult day services, dental services, medical alert services, and ambulance contracts. Contact the Village Social Services at 949-597-4267 to see if you qualify. Neighbors helping neighbors. The mission of the foundation of Laguna Woods Village.
Russia's invasion of Ukraine, COVID lockdowns in China, relentless inflation and rising interest rates have disrupted production and caused the global economy to stall. Is your money at risk during these uncertain times? Do you know how much exposure you have to the stock market and bond mutual funds? Should you even have money in the market today? Get a free risk analysis to ensure your capital is protected. Call now for information on the Safer Money System, 949-219-0692.
Welcome back. Well, Jerry is here from Pacific Financial Planners to tell us all about how to save money and make money and do all sorts of things with money. So welcome.
Well, thanks, Lisa. It's a little harder in this environment that we're in. It's been crazy year.
I know, it has been. And you know, it seems so volatile and scary, and people are very unsure and uncertain about what is going to happen the rest of the year. And so I thought maybe we would take this time, number one, to really just learn about you. And you've been in this business a really long time, so maybe you can help us understand, you know, where you came from and why this is important to you.
Sure. You know, I was always interested in money. I don't know why. I guess maybe when I was young, we didn't have much. I don't know how about that. That's the truth. But my parents were investing in real estate when I was young, and it's very interesting watching them, you know, buy properties, basically kind of slumlord stuff back in Michigan. But they kept really good records, and my dad was, you know, kind of a math guy, and he would started to teach me about how you can pencil things out and figure out, you know, calculations of returns based on safe investments, predictable investments. And so I started following the stock market in high school, for some reason, I have no idea why. And when I got to college, I had a professor, a chemistry professor, who said that he traded stocks for a living, and he said he'll give me an independent study. It was about like my sophomore and junior year, and I opened up accounts and started trading as a junior in college. And literally, when I graduated, I probably had about $50,000 from student loans that instead of using for tuition, I was able to compound. And everything I learned back then, by the way, Lisa, I don't do any of that stuff today. It was more speculation. But in the end, that was the impetus. And I have an engineering degree, which is kind of how things work. I'm kind of a nerd on that, you know, really am, the engineer, typical stuff. But I applied it towards money and how do these markets work and try to understand if this, then that. And so, you know, understanding things in the economy and how they might affect people's money. And I felt that I had somewhat of a skill. I'm now 25, 26 years old, and I said, well, how do I do this? How do I help other people understand it with their money? And that's really all I've been about since then, is financial education. I go out, I speak, I did radio for about 20 years. I appreciate, being on this show to educate your clients. We do the financial forum. It's all just straight education. And then what I've found is that a certain number of people figure, I teach them how to do it themselves. If you want to do it yourselves, do it. If you want to go to your own advisor, go take this information, go to your advisor. But then some people just say, hey, can you help me do it for me? And that's how I've been doing my business for 35 years now.
For 35
30 of them here in the village.
Wow. So it's interesting when you come across someone who has been in the industry as long as you have, because you've seen so many variations of what's been going on. I mean, we had the 2008 crash, and then now we've got some very uncertain times. So I imagine that many of your clients come to you in desperation.
Yeah, I mean, they're not clients that come to me. My clients come to me saying thank you, because they know I do a fair amount of communication about what's going on, and I've been able to protect their assets, even this year. We've been able to navigate this. Again, there's no such thing. You can't squeeze blood from a rock. When the market goes down 25, 35%, as the S&P and the NASDAQ have respectively, it's hard to, create positive returns, but to not take losses. Warren Buffett, rule number 1 is don't take big losses. Rule number 2 is see rule number 1. So we've been able to apply that, but other people do come to me, and it's a mess. I mean, I've seen people down 35%, and they're retired, and they were counting on that asset to be there to pay their bills. Now they're wondering, should we try to make that up, or should we just try to maintain what we have? And it's a dilemma, because it's on a case-by-case basis. It depends on their lifestyle and a number of factors of what type of path they should go on going forward. So it's an individual situation for everybody, depending on your needs. But most of our listeners on a fixed income, they have the money that they're going to have. They're not trying to, get rich in retirement. They're trying to just make sure that they don't run out of money, usually is the number one goal.
Well, correct. And so this kind of brings me to the next thing, is that, there's a period of time where you're safe, and there's a period of time when you do take risks. So, for instance, when you have somebody that is on a fixed income, and they already know what their money is. However, if they're still relying on a 401k, for instance, that money, if you are still heavily invested in things that are aggressive, that would be scary sometimes.
Absolutely. I mean, most of the clients, what I see, not clients, but the people that come to me to ask me to review their portfolios, they're too aggressive. They really are. And they don't even want to be. I think a lot of financial advisors, planners don't listen. And yes, there's a need for growth. When you have this kind of inflation, inflate 8-9%, what that means, cost of goods, cost of gasoline, cost of food, cost of everything that you need to live is going up by 8 to 10%. That means $1,000 worth of goods going to cost you $1,100. If you're on a fixed income, that's a lot more cost. So you need maybe a portion of your money for growth if you can, but to be aggressive is probably not a good idea either. So kind of like this environment, the year started off, it was the worst first half of the year since 1972, so 50 years, right? And for the Dow, it's actually 60 years since 1962. So, in most of our lifetimes, that's as bad as it's been in terms of start of the year. But we've had a little bit of a recovery since then. So when you have that kind of recovery, you can go a little bit for growth, but it's got to be the safe type big U.S. companies or large mutual funds that are large U.S. company based in a risky environment. When you are in the environment that we were prior to 2020, let's say the COVID crisis, and things were doing great, that's when you could take a little bit more risk. So there's a season to be safe and a season to be more risky, and we're in the safety season right now.
Okay. Now, one thing I think is interesting is that when people retire, they, from a position that had a 401k plan, they maybe used whatever their company was using, right? Like a T-Row or whatever the case might be. So they never really did anything with their money. But then once they retire, is that the time when they need to talk to you, or do they do it beforehand?
Well, It's kind of like a wedding, Lisa. I mean, like, hey, I want to get married. When do you want to get married? Well, this weekend. No, most people, you can plan a wedding for, 6 months to a year, more like a year. You got to get the dress and you got to prepare for it.
Right.
So when you're planning on retiring, it should, I want to retire in a year, 2 years, 5 years. The earlier you start planning, the better it is, because there's some decisions that you can make that affect things like taxes. And people think about, well, which investment should I choose? Well, how about we look at taxes and see if we could reduce your taxes now or reduce your taxes before you turn 72 so you start taking the RMDs, the required minimum distributions. So the longer you plan ahead, the better it is. But that 401k, to make that switch at some point in time, because I still meet people that are 70s and 80s and still have that 401k, those are designed for younger people to grow their money. That's what it's designed for. Generally, when you retire, you have to make a mental switch from growth to income. You need the income because you don't get the paycheck anymore, right? I mean, most people, they work, they get a check every 2 weeks. So what they want to do is they want to make their portfolio, their investments, pay them as well. So when you invest for growth, you're thinking, I'm going to buy something at $20 and down the road I'll sell it for $30. Great, that's a great idea. But what we demand for our clients is that when we buy something at $20, it pays us dividends and interest this year. We want immediate payback of like 5% income, because we're not getting our paycheck anymore. And so the earlier you start making that plan to switch, the better it is. And some people have never made that switch. And so in the last decade, between let's say 2009 and 2020, they were like, wow, this strategy works. And now they're wondering what the heck's going on because it's not working anymore. Well, again, markets go in those cycles. So.
Exactly. No, and that's important information. Now, if people want to touch base with you, there is a financial forum that you have every month, and it's happening August 30th. It is free to attend in Clubhouse 5, Room 1. And what is this one going to be about, real quick?
Well, again, it's all about safety and income is what we're talking about. How to derive income. The 7 mistakes that people make in retirement. And so, sometimes it's what you should do right, and then sometimes what you shouldn't do wrong. We're the last Tuesday of the month. This has nothing to do with Pacific Financial Planners. This is straight financial education, and we run it as a group, and the group educates themselves.
Well, I remember you talked to us last time where the people sat around and talked about their individual experiences with finances, which is such a great thing because people want to know what other people are doing, what's working, what's not working, and then it isn't just coming from you, it's coming from the people that are there.
What you should do right, what not to do. And if you have questions, people don't know who to turn to, they want a second opinion, they can ask the group. They'll meet like-minded people.
I love that. That's awesome. All right. And then, of course, if people want to get in touch with you personally in terms of financial planning, they can contact you at safeincometoday.com, or they can call that number on the screen.
Thank you, Lisa. Absolutely.
All right. Perfect. I'm going to have you stay there because I'm going to close the show out with you sitting there, if you don't mind. And I just wanted to touch base with you guys about a couple of movies that are coming up this weekend. On Friday, we have Avalon, and that is with Elijah Wood, and you can see that at 2 and 6 p.m. on Friday as our Friday Films continues. And then on Saturday is Hyde Park on Hudson, and you can see that on Saturday, and that is actually starring Bill Murray, and that is sponsored by Pacific Financial Planners, and you can see that at 2 and 6 p.m. Let's go ahead and take a look at the weather before we head out for the rest of our day. The weather is looking nice as soon as we burn off our fog, strangely, for the month of August. We're still seeing that. 85-71, 85-70, 84-67, 79-65, and 81-68. Have a great day in the village. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
picking someone to clean your house is a big decision. After all, they'll be inside your house and touching virtually everything you own. Sadly, though, not all cleaning professionals are actually real pros. Like this person you found online who uses the same sponge in the kitchen they use in the bathroom. If you're looking for a local family-owned business with amazing customer service, contact MaidPro for a free estimate. MaidPro, when you're ready for a real pro.